Imagine a world filled with demons and evil spirits, or a magical system that has been dormant for 18 years, or a warning that the system will shut down in 30 minutes. What should we do? The only one whose talent is still inactive or needs to enter the ghostly world to work, but he can't do so without the system, and in the midst of the crisis, a call from a killer demon appears. In the city, he decides to confront his life or face his demon himself to collect ghost coins, but who could imagine who he will meet? The grandfather, haha, the strongest demon in the city. How much did the police fail to catch him, but he has a plan and a secret attack that changes everything. Is this the start of a new hero or the end of a whole city? Yes, this is the beginning. The scary hunting system begins our story with a warning that there has been a delay for 18 years and 20 days, or that it will shut down completely in 30 minutes. Please specify the fees. At the right time, we learn this is Cho's system, and when he sees the warning, he gets anxious and asks, what did he do? We realize that Cho sees the world is now full of demons and spirits. I morph into a terrifying beast, or the one who sparked a new ability to thrive in people, which is the scary hunter. Unfortunately, the worst thing about this scenario is that he hasn't been able to use his talent until now and is stuck in a loop, asking for help. The system is stopping him from activating it to get the spirit currency, or he won't be able to enter the spirit world without the initial system, which is the goods or the chick. So I say it doesn't matter. The system will stop halfway anyway. An hour has passed since his powers ended, or he hears a loudspeaker from outside calling from the exorcism office, saying that all city residents face a demon from the abyss sneaking in. Stay away. Stay away from Central Street, or we will target a specific location using spirit currencies as bait. Residents should stay home or close their doors. As soon as he hears this talk, he says, this is my chance, and he repeats that he will try to take the currencies from the demon no matter what. Then he heads to the street filled with police, and we see two officers. The police are saying that their goal is the notorious demon, the one that managed to kill thousands of people last month, to the extent that the entire exorcism office failed to eliminate it. Suddenly, the police see Cho running towards the grandma, reporting that Zaher is foolish and telling him to leave, but Cho has a clear goal and reaches the grandma, taking all her money. The police are completely astonished by what they see, and at that moment, the grandmother's true demonic form emerges, revealing her as a fierce demon chasing after Cho, while they overlook everything else and halt to recharge the system. The system congratulates him, saying his status is 3,500 currency, and warns him of an attack that will cost him 1,500 cash to defeat the demon of the cursed golden light. Cho agrees and instantly makes the purchase, and a large aura forms around him to the point that when the grandmother approaches it, she is killed, falling to the ground and screaming that he cannot kill her. The police come to the sound of the grandmother, surprised it's not the kids making noise, and they are shocked to find her dead, ordering the captain to find this person by any means necessary due to the office. The evil spirits need someone like this master, and we move to the Hanicheng Academy arena, where students learn the arts of awakening, and the teacher tells them that today is the day they will awaken their abilities. That's why we're heading to the dam site outside the city to apply what we've learned. You see, a friend of mine is standing among the students, and he's terrified, saying, I'm going to die today. I get scared when watching a horror scene in the movie. Can you believe you're not scared? A rich student named Kai is next to them, bullying them for being poor and relying only on the academy without a coach. Yes, he thinks Chubol is right. He sees himself as an orphan. I'm truly the poorest in the college, and without the orphanage director's recommendation, I would never have entered college. Yes, the student prefers me. He bullies them, saying, for your own good, it's better to leave because once you join the health program, you will die. His friend says, oh, don't worry about us, just focus on yourself. Kai says, Yabama, you're wrong. I will not allow you to lower the academic grades. Then I tell them I can be merciful to you and show you just a glimpse of the fear you will see. He keeps showing them, and his friend Ego gets terrified, but Chubol, all that he did is not scary at all. Yes, the students are gathering around Kai because they admire the trick he performed, saying, this game is very costly. By the way, it's called Devil May Cry. He looks at them and says it's just a small shock. Then a student named Jinzi comes calling for Cho, and he mentions that they haven't seen her for a month because her family has grown and she has been busy with training. When she gets there, she asks him if he has decided or if he still wants to be her servant. He definitely supports her, calling her sick since they entered the academy, and she keeps insisting that she has odd delusions. She tells him he did the right thing, and it's the key moment in life when you become a servant. I will make your talents stand out in an incredible way. He tells her not to talk to him again, as he knows how to make his talents shine without her. All the students get off the bus to step outside the city. When they show the guard their permit, he lets them through the massive gate, which is designed to prevent outsiders from invading the city, and it can even stop. It can prevent ghosts and evil spirits from entering, but crafty demons like the grandmother can get through easily. The students are amazed by everything, and the first thing they see are giant balloons in the sky. Suddenly, one of their faces sticks to the glass, startling everyone. They hear a voice telling them to stay calm because these are just balloons that won't hurt anyone. Suddenly, they see the character that I am talking to them. The spirit responsible for the awakening this time left everyone and consulted Cho, asking, what's your name? Everyone was surprised. Cho knew people weren't confused, so she said, I'm asking because they all decided when. When he saw the balloons with him, you were the only one who stayed calm. So, I think your performance will be very high from now on. But the students are relying on Cho, saying he was scared, but his reaction was calm. As just a very poor student, his friend is surprised he's still looking out the window and not very scared. Cho thinks, I know the mind's power is greater than an ordinary person's, and the deep sleep that affected her more than anyone else has its benefits as a time traveler. She reaches the bus to the awakening place and tells them they are in the area of the red sunset, which has turned into a wheat field. For 50 years, he has known them to be quite dangerous. Thus, students who want to withdraw and prefer to can go back to the bus or watch from the windows, which are indeed turning blue. Scary as it is, no one pulls back when I say, check out this world. Life as a spirit is more crucial than anything else, and it brings forth the spirit of awakening, reminding them. On the ground. The first thing in the darkness is that the rules are above everything else. The second thing is that sometimes a person's heart is filled with more fear than the fear outside. After that, the teacher tells them that the first mission will last for 3 days and they will work. How many workers are in the hospital? Each must do what patients need. Otherwise, they will be overwhelmed. We know issuing tasks is random, and we see who starts choosing extras. The system says he has 2,000 currency. Based on that, the additional program is set and he has 3 choices. He starts looking at the first item. He curses the golden light, saying it's a consumable game. Once isn't enough for me, leaving 2 options. He chooses the second, which is natural rebellion, and the system tells him, program costs 2,001 currency for 1 day. The system says every rebellious act gets an instant reward. He likes this program especially for, my actions lead him to buy the rebellion program. Then, he wants a quick idea about other programs, so he clicks on the soul harvesting program and finds it costs 20 million. Thus, I mentioned that the 3,500 coins I took from the wealthy grandmother implied that one needs to accumulate a significant amount of money for the future. After that, we observed the chief nurse at Sunset Hospital greeting them warmly. The students are amazed, saying, is this the ghost nurse? She's beautiful. I tell my friend to come, saying, if all ghosts looked like this, it would be easy. But suddenly, her face changes and her teeth become frightening. Yes, you appear to still be unaware of your circumstances, right? Where are you going? I hope you do your job well today. What if he means something else? No, he will eat it. Yes, everyone has a job. One student says, I will be the cook. I am a pharmacist, but when they look at the ghost's card, they are surprised because it is blank. The nurse says, you are lucky this time. You don't have to do anything. Yes, everyone is annoyed by him, but he doesn't explain what it means. Just a poor guy. Even he is upset, saying, I don't like this life. Everyone should have a job. That's the expectation. It's a bit tough since they haven't done any work. This is a rebellious type of behavior, and the system rewards them with protection against strange attacks. They ask for it often. He enjoys the reward a lot, but all the requests from those standing there with their hands out from what he said, yes, they want to hit him. Or the rebellious ones are happy because they are already following the rules. Yes, this means they can eat now. Yes, she has a long tongue and her colleague is pleased, saying this is the price of pretending. But she doesn't care. Yes, she controls the rebellious ones with her tongue and stops the attack, so the system rewards her. They are all surprised by what happened. He asks, what is this? He is just not awake like us. The ghost scares them and says that since the rebellious ones won't hear that anyone dies happy, yes. One goes to someone who sees himself as a bit superior to others and asks, how did you repel the attack of the rebellious ones? It's much easier than stepping on an ant, so he had to respond cleverly, saying, I don't have anything. I recalled the teacher's words about our duty to meet every patient's needs, and since this nurse isn't a patient, they choose to exploit someone standing there saying, my older brother doesn't want to. He hurriedly organizes a break for me, but just then the nurse comes in and gestures with her tongue, asking, who wants to take a break? This terrifies them all, and they scatter. She says, you scared me, Jinzi, because this case directly brings back a memory from the human body. We return to the nurse who tells me, Ego, complete your mission or make sure you will die. He asks Cho to come with him to the pharmacy and Cho says, let's go into the operating room to get some supplies. When they enter, the sight is horrifying and he says to me, is this really the operating room? The restroom is better than this. How can the pharmacy operate in a place like this? Cho slaps him and says, don't you know where we are? Cho holds a story from the place and when he sees no reaction, he says, the flower is missing. This is surgical. His friend arrives in a state of panic and asks, why are you holding on to that? Didn't they inform us at the academy that the items associated with the spirits cannot be moved so simply? That would cause the spirits to weep in a dreadful manner. At that moment, the head from which they took the scissors will change color to red, and the environment will be filled with a desire to assault them, but Cho will stand in defense, which will please the system, rewarding him with the gift of the bloodied hammer. After that, he looks at the medicines and finds them locked inside a cabinet with a key belonging to Polly. So he asks his friend to bring a pharmacist who will retrieve the key and get us the medicines, but they are afraid of Polly. She says that Cho told him he would leave him alone, and indeed Cho goes alone to the upper plate to visit a patient being tormented by a terrifying young man, saying that next time he will cut 70 from his 7. If you dare to defy my authority again, I tell you these patients are wild, and there are about 404 patients needing my care, while outside, all the teachers are standing. This professor enters hell for the first time. I hope they come out safe. Or a messenger named Tam arrives from the evil spirit's office, asking the professor to choose some students. To boost the spirit among people in the fight against evils, I tell you that this professor was indeed right. We at Hanat-Shingi College have no lack of outstanding students. For instance, Jin is incredibly special and top-notch, and she will definitely have a procedure this time, allowing her to awaken her powers and face the spirits. They suggested making a video with the evil spirit. When the evil spirit comes, she asks the messenger, "What do you think, Lord Spirit?" I said, "I propose we select Chu as he is a remarkably talented student." And my teacher starts the live camera. To get everything that's happening, he is surprised and asks, "How did the boy reach this level?" Or he sees a ghost near Chu saying, You're a good person, can you help us? Talk to my wife." Or it might be the ghost. Of course, he plans to take Chu and share him as a meal with his wives, but immediately Chu punches him in the face or grabs the stick in his hand, and the messenger and the bystanders are astonished by what is happening, but what they did serves as a type of training for the system that feeds them rice with meat and potatoes. So I told Chu, the reward was dinner, but we can't say it's pointless. Or we see the ghost and he says to him, "He returned my stick," and Chu said to him, "I'll return it if you answer my question. How many times did you blink today?" Of course, the ghost doesn't know the answer. He comes down on Cho, hitting him until he hits the ground, to the point that even the ghost is surprised, saying, "How did you dare to do this? I'm the evil spirit here." At that moment, Cho comes down on him with his feet until he flattens him to the ground. They completely break him. Oh, the messengers say, this student is remarkable, since students are usually careful when they meet ghosts. But this one, the moment he entered, shattered the ghost, while the evil spirit suggests we should take him too. But this ghost was using crutches. Oh, when they lost their ability to move. Furthermore, Cho had a hammer in his hand, and he asked the messenger how he obtained that hammer. Oh, we go back to Cho, who is bewildered. Oh, I say, he died at that moment, speaking to the ghost spirit that killed him and thanking him for it. Oh, he says, "You freed me," and he lets him achieve his wish, if he dies before he dies, to give his things to his wife. Oh, I tell him something. The final wish of the patient in surgery 404. Oh, at that moment the messenger states, starting the side mission will enable him to gain significant rewards and assist him in enhancing his skills, but he shouldn't rush. He agrees to the side task, saying, "Professor, this side task will probably be quite challenging. Oh, it could involve a major conspiracy." Oh, we go back to Cho, who takes on the task, and the ghost requests him to fetch a box from the grade. Chocolate. The system praises him and gives him a grenade as a gift, and he goes to check the box and enters rooms 2 and 4, where the ghost vanishes as he heads to rooms 2 and 4, meeting a ghost in room 2 and 3. His head is down and my legs are up to frighten him, so he tells him to stay away and not delay the deal. Reaching room 2 and 4, where the old woman knows the box's owner and tells him about it. This is timely since I'm very hungry, so he goes out and tells him to give me a 5-star rating if he's leaving the service, and she promises him something unforgettable as she goes to prepare it. He gets 2 boxes in his face but quickly stands up to make a grenade, and we return to the night outside the sender where she is surprised I have a grenade while the Holy Spirit tells him it doesn't affect me. The ghosts annoy them a lot, and he indeed gets very irritated by the ghost, asking if he is a human or a ghost, and even if you are a ghost I won't let you go, so he pulls out a hammer first. The ghost sees her and recognizes her, getting scared, so she goes outside screaming until another ghost sees them and runs away terrified, saying, "Sir, this grenade scared the ghosts away." I've never seen a student like this before. Reaching an awakening. Oh, following the messenger both. Oh, saying until now Cho killed 2. Oh, I think the matter will escalate over the next 3 days, but the evil spirit. Everyone has a different opinion. Oh, they say that Cho didn't kill the second ghost. Oh, really? When we go back to Cho, he says the ghost is still haunting him. Oh, she keeps telling him there's something between you and me, my son, my dear. So I tell her, Cho, you're nurse now? Aren't you unable to walk? Oh, you're just screaming and telling him, I don't want you to be my nurse, Mom. So he hits her with the hammer, and immediately the system considers what he did as a form of rebellion because he repeated that he remains a nurse until he no longer needs nursing. Oh, they reward the system by having a special memory for dealing with tempting ghosts. Oh, the ghost tells him to leave me alone because I am all wounds, so he tells him I am truly the party of guilt. I'm coming your way, so I'm taking you to the pharmacist. Oh, she tells him, no, all I want is to go back to my room. Then she hits it again with the hammer. Oh, the ghosts start to see what's happening. Oh, she hides from him and he says humans have become Terrifyingly strong. Oh, he reaches the workers' shul, his friend Yego, who is sitting terrified and trembling with fear. So Yego startles him and says, "Oh man, you really scared me." At that moment, he truly frightens him. They toss the old ghost before him and I say, "It's just a joke, yeah, making him more frightened." I tell him, no, don't worry, it's nice. The old ghost replies, we have dignity too. And they leave him alone. They arrived and I found the key. They said, "It's my key, man. I've had it since you walked away and I've been sitting here." He looks at the ghost and says, "You have the bandages for the doctor to treat her." She replied, "We have an injury from a hand grenade." They came and saw her more and they said, "This is the first time I hear this." They heard over the loudspeaker that they needed to treat the injured person from room 204. The soup says, if you need any medications from what's in the cabinet, you can call the head nurse. She will give you the key. But the ghost still tells him, "No, not the head nurse." So he raises the hammer and the ghost tells him, "I'll generally give you the head nurse. She's not the most terrifying person here." So he gives her the hammer again and she says, "Don't kill me, man. At least let me be warm." On the way, he asks her, "What did you say?" The head nurse is not the scariest one here. Who could be scarier than her? The chef is tougher and stronger, and everyone outside is surprised that Cho is still around. They just don't understand. What will he do next? We could either visit the ghost chef or check on the student ready for his kitchen shift. He seems very tired and is talking to himself saying, "Let's ruin all the dishes. I thought cooking was a great job." This place is the most terrifying. The work here never stops. It's that serious. And suddenly the ghost chef looks at him and says, "Get to work and stop being lazy. You know, if I didn't have a shortage. The workers used to put you in this condition and you're cooking." The boy, frightened, drops one of the numerous dishes he is carrying, and they look at him and I say, "Now that you've dropped a dish, it must be consumed." He runs to you, being dragged by his leg. We go back to see his friend with the old ghost who has taken them to the main nurse's area. He starts to see that she is a dangerous presence on the ground, forbidden. He runs away, terrified, and the old ghost laughs, telling them that the main nurse's favorite part is the ribs. At that moment, he approaches to execute the task, but his friend tells him, "I am the one. I will get closer because this is my side mission. At least I have a reason. I want to change my life, which has no value." And when he enters, he sees the main nurse, so he greets her. Respect. To the extent that he kneels before her, she said to him, "You are the first one to greet me this way," or "This is the first time I see someone pass through this door," or "He is still alive," or "He seems to be very scared for him." But in 2 minutes, they would be out with the key, or they would go back to open the medicine cabinet, but they find a ghost inside and it says, "Finally, someone opened for me." So I said, "What about the ego?" Or "Now I get it." To the presidential nurse, your tool is the key. While the old ghost is astonished because it didn't match, or it says about the ghost, "So he is the hidden president? I must always be obedient to him." Or "He seems to be feeling quite exhausted." I told them I will sleep today and wake up for breakfast tomorrow, and they wake up to the loudspeaker saying that everyone must be in the restaurant in 20 minutes, and the old ghost is very obedient that he is surprised when they enter the restaurant as there is no food or anyone there, and the old woman says, "It seems we are late, but breakfast has not yet been served," so Cho decides to go cook it. What is it? The smell there is terrible, or the cooking is shouting for help to the ghost, so he uses the alluring scent he took from the system to entice the ghost to cook, and indeed, he smells something very pleasant. Simply put, I say, "This is better than human taste," or "It comes out to see it now," entering Cho, or I mention the ghost's help, and "If you open your mouth, I will hit you until you die," or "It comes from his pocket," or I say I need to add. In short, the spice love on this food is a promise to the cook, or the students enter the dining room, or it's clear the students are tortured by the strong spices, or everyone is surprised by Cho. In short, I walk calmly, or I see the old ghost without disturbing it, which tells him the master woke up early and is pouring him a cup because he is tired, or yesterday, or everyone is surprised by the ghost. It serves humans, but one of the students says that the spirit that emerged from his share is very weak, while outside they are still standing and watching what they are doing, just seeing it live, or the chef enters and places the food. In short, everyone is bothered by the bathroom smell, while the students find today's taste delicious compared to other days, or one asks for more because they've never had anything this good. Or one of the students says, "I'm starving," or "He's eating for you because he returns from the awful taste," so he curses the ghost of the bad food, and the old ghost laughs, saying, "Hey honey, rub it now for a good offer. You say you won't eat, but you can't say the food is bad." He finishes it and tells them, "I'm going to deliver food to the main patients, even though it's time." He finishes his meal, and the order remains, saying, "We are. I'm not going to eat even if I die." And suddenly they smell a delicious aroma coming from the direction of Cho's food. They discover that he's eating rice, meat, and potatoes, so they ask him where he got the food from and agree to go get the food. He repeats to the students his promise to start capturing the ghost next to Cho, or he goes to his own ghost, or he asks for permission to leave it for a while, and he gives him these coins as a gift, or he goes to Cho and tells him, "You owe me." 2 things. First, the plate of rice. He said to him, "Cho, of course you're going to steal it right in front of everyone." Naturally, we found out what the second request was. He pointed to the old ghost and said, "This is mine now." Cho replied, "Then let's ask him first if..." They thought that the ghost must be very weak, which is why it listens to Cho. I wonder what will happen next, and whether Cho will be able to handle them once they outnumber him. or if he will show them the stars. They won at noon. So if you reach this point with us and haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do so to receive all our episodes. See you in a new video and goodbye.